Hey everybody, so I'm just doing this on the fly. I was talking to somebody in game yesterday and was talking to him about machining. Told him that I had written and ran an end slotting program basically in my 2-axis HAAS CNC lathe. It's pretty clever. I wrote this using just kind of a loop cycle, locked my spindle in place, and ran my lathe in feed in inches per minute instead of inches per revolution, which is kind of a different thing. I had never done it before. Anyways, figured this out, ran it, and we've actually used this in many applications for many different parts. You can, which I didn't know this either, but you can actually orient your spindle to any degree. So if you're slotting, for instance, a hex head bolt, and you need to line it up so that the hex is in a particular position, and you want your slot going a certain way, you can actually specify the angles with a P value, and with an M19 P value, whatever, from 0 to 360, you can tell your spindle to orient, and it will lock in place, and you run the tool down and slot away just like a shaper. Anyways, hope this video is educational and helps you out. I thought it was really cool that I figured this out, and enjoy. Oh, and this footage that you're watching, I actually recorded it about 2.5 years ago, almost 3 years now. And the material that I'm running for this pin is 303 stainless steel. So there you go. Hey, what's up guys? So we're going to load this part here and we're going to run this program. We're going to run the backside of a crank pin. Load this here into our machine. I've got a bar stop. Sorry, the camera is moving around, guys. The first thing happened here is I got a bar stop. So my bar feeder will act as a stop. Machine stops. Come back. Clamp it. Something interesting to note, we'll do something fun here. I figured out how to make picture-in-picture. This is going to be incredible. So you'll see my code just over here. As you're looking through that, I've got this G98. That's what sends it into feed per minute instead of per revolution, right? And then I have a safe call out with my G0. The next line, the M19, is what orients my spindle, locks it into place, right? You can actually put a P value on there. So if you're, for instance, doing a hex on a bolt and you need to slot between, the points or on the flat, you can call out with an M19, if you've got a hex, call it in there or something, and specify a degrees, and get that thing lined up just right so that your slot's going through exactly where you want it to. So that's pretty useful. You know, M19P, and then between 0 and 360, plug in your value. Next line of code on there, you've got the M97P1L24, right? That's calling out the subroutine 1 that's in the program, and loops it 24 times. Okay, so that's where we're going to call up that N1 down there at the very bottom through M99. M99 sends it back and loops. And then, so in that subroutine, you have the W, which is your incremental in Z. So it's going to start out, it's going to feed 2.5 thou into the part. We're going to go back to absolute value, scrape down at the X negative 0.75, and then we're going to go back to incremental, come out 10 thousandths in front of where we just cut. We're going to stroke back up in X to positive 3/4 of an inch. And then we're going to go back to where we were, that 10 thousandths. So then we're starting over. We're going to continually progress in 2.5 thousandths after each cut. And looping that 24 times gives us the 1/16 of an inch groove that I was looking for on the end of this pin. So hope you guys like that. Hope that helps, and it's been educational for you. And one more thing that's like way freaking awesome is we actually have used this in our mills now, because you can also orient the spindle in a milling machine. We've used this to slot keyways in our hubs. We've also used this to cut splines in holes. So you can do a lot of different applications with this thing. It's pretty sweet. So I feel like a freaking genius. Anyways, see ya.